through.
All right. Let's take a look at page 4 of The Nation this morning. Back to politics. And the conundrum continues as chances of an October 17th poll are slim. This is according to the French firm Automotive, again mandated with upgrading the transmission results system. And so this is a very detailed report, a 2-page report that they sent to the IBC, saying that if the Supreme Court ruling again in 2 days, so we have to wait for 2 days for Automotive to really make its decision as to whether it will meet the election timelines. But it says they can only bring or move their servers to Kenya within 30 days, 30 days which we do not have, even if we're to extend the date to the October 31st. We've seen experts say this is likely to result into a deep constitutional crisis. But politically, Raila Odinga says we have 5 other firms which are very willing to lease their kits to IBC. I mean, but do we have enough time, even with those firms, to reconfigure the kits, test the kits by the 30th of October?
Yeah, and another look into it is also the financial bit of it. I mean, these people are in contracts, and even just changing the farm means a lot of financial implication. Remember, there's the budget for the re-election is only 12 billion. So contracting another farm for printing and providing of software, I mean, is also another thing in terms of expense to the taxpayer.
Right.
But as I'd say, the Supreme Court, did something that is not only in Africa, even the whole world, something that is here. So this is some of the things that now Kenyans are facing, because we did something out of the ordinary in terms of the ruling. So a lot of questions now rise because the integrity of the process was challenged and the court agreed with the petitioners. So we are having a lot of things because there are things that need to be fixed before we go into another election.
And I guess that would also now beg the question, as Raila says, there are 5 firms that are willing to provide that service. The fact that they're willing, does that make them able to do that? Because I'm sure there's a process that you have to go through to first of all qualify that they're credible, they are able, they have the capacity to do that. But the fact that they're willing, does that make them able? So of course that's another dance that we're waiting to see how it's going to play out.
There's something else coming up, still on page 4, just at the top corner there. The choice of schools as polling stations, according to an IBC official, in the first place was because they were the most convenient places for polling stations. But with the Education Ministry now saying exam dates will not change, getting new stations in that short period may be very difficult. This is according to an IBC official. So again, where the polling stations will be has become an issue. I remember I had a member of the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development over the weekend who said even if the election was to be held on October 17th, that would not affect exam dates because it's just one day of the election. But politicians and IBC officials says it's not as easy as closing down a school for one day. And, we can't transfer the ballot materials on the same day of the election. We need at least a week to prepare the polling centers. So this is something else that is coming into play.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who's witnessed elections in Kenya, it's not a one-day business. I mean, for almost a whole week, there's really nothing that usually happens. So it's not a one-day affair. And, culturally, Kenyans, we know that our polling stations are usually in these education institutions. I'm not thinking of any better place to hold this kind of elections.
Yeah,
so
they're well spread.
Wait and see. Yeah,
people know where they are. Let's